everybody. I'm Steph Hodge with BoardGameGeek here with Jill and Antonio from Amiibo Games, and we get to look at 2491 PlanetShip today. How are you doing?
Fine, thank you. Everything okay? And it's going okay.
Yeah.
But to speak about PlanetShip, I'm going to invite the author, Antonio. He's here with me, so I'm going to change. I'm going go away, and Antonio is coming in. See you in 15 minutes. Antonio, please.
Excellent.
Hey. Hello, Steph.
How's it going, Antonio? Nice to have you here.
It's great to be here. So congratulations to all you guys for pulling this off so elegantly. It looks really good, and it's amazing how you managed to do this. I mean, it's been a struggle to do this spiel in this format. So I'm really enjoying watching your stream.
Thanks so much for watching. We love showing off the games here, and it's very exciting that, you know, Amiibo Games and then even you get to design and show off your own game as well. So we're really happy to have you here. So tell us a little bit about like where did this design come from, and like what was the inspiration, and how does it play like generally?
So let's get into it. This is a re-implementation of a game that was released in 2015. That was City of Spies, SPIEL 1942. And that game was awesome and had a ton of success. And so we decided to do a re-implementation with a different theme, a theme that we very much like and enjoy, which is the sci-fi theme. So we commissioned an author, a writer, to write us a story that would be the lore that would be based upon City of Spies, and then it would take it to another level. And then I picked up on that story and started to change a few things for the better. So it is a much more evolved and streamlined version from City of Spies, which is still a game I love, but really I just tend to have this one played more often because it's a better version, honestly. It's more competitive and it's more strategic also. So, well, let me talk about the game actually. So what you see here are the boards. These are the zone boards. These represent the various parts of this gigantic planet ship that is now crumbling apart. So, and we are trying to rescue its survivors. So we command a crew of 6 characters. Everybody starts with the same 6 cards. I'm going to ask Lincoln. Hello, Lincoln's hands. Lovely to see you there. Hi. So, so we can show off the starting cards. So you can tell there are starting cards by the top right corner has the little symbol and color of your choice. So, and there, the game goes up to 5. So this would be the yellow player's starting characters. So, and everyone has the same 6 characters. And we're sending these off in our spaceships, and we have these little wooden spaceship tokens, which are really neat. And we're sending them off to these crumbling locations that are sort of like loosely binded together. And we're trying to rescue the characters that are there with the purpose of, you know, enhancing our own team. And by the end of the game, we will have this awesome team of characters that does really awesome stuff. And the person with the best team will win. So now this is a bit on the theme side. So in practice, this means that we have these mission cards that start off with the setup. I'm not sure we can show those, but these mission cards will change. So in each game, we have 4 out of a big deck of, I don't know how many by heart, 12. So, and you will have 4 of these, and these will change up the game dramatically because these are the things you are after. So every character will have numerous symbols and races, and each of those will contribute or not to the objectives that are in play. So imagine if we're playing with these 4 that are being shown, certain characters would be more valuable than others because they can get us this. And this is by majority, by the way. So the person with the most of these symbols at the end of the game will win this mission card. So, and they are worth 6 points, which is a lot. So typically a winner in this game would get like a maximum of 30 points or so. So this 6 points is a big deal in this game. So, and these were basically are gonna take you towards which characters you want to go after, which ones are more valuable towards these missions. So everybody starts off the same. You shuffle up the boards, and they can be rotated. So let's say you're playing a 2-player game. You would have a 2x3 grid with these boards, and so you would put out 6 of them in a random position, so they can be rotated. They could be turned, flipped, face down. It doesn't really matter, and that does give a lot of replay value as well. So you would have 6 of them in a 2-player game, and then you would put a character on each of these squares that have this glow, this white glow. Those are the reward spaces. So those are where the characters you're trying to rescue will go. So each board will have one of those reward characters. And some of them are face up, some of them are face down, depending on the icon that's showing there. So if there's a sort of this stealth icon that you can see on the board, that will mean that the card is face down. So if there's nothing there, the card is face up and you can see it. So I'm going to wait a bit for Lincoln to show that. Those boards, you can show the
which one?
Board. Anyone is fine. Yeah, please. Okay. So we're looking at a board in detail. So this glow square with the H's around it, this is where the reward goes. So you will see a character, because there's no stealth icon, the character that's going to be placed there is going to be face up. So you'll be able to see that what you're going after. And that will be a way to determine which way you want to send your characters. And you do that by taking turns, placing your character. So on your turn, you choose one of your characters and you place it either in a space that has a dock, which is those H symbols we saw just there, or next to one of your characters, adjacent orthogonally to one of your characters that's already on the board. And then the turn passes to the next person. And we'll keep doing this until everybody has played their ships. And depending on the number of players that's playing, you're going to have a limit of normally 4 ships to play. If it's a 2-player game, you'll play 6 ships, which means you'll play your entire hand of 6 characters onto the board. And you place the ship on top of your character. If there's a stealth icon, it's going to be placed face down. So there's a little bit of hidden information there, which is nice. And if there's nothing, it's placed face up with your ship on top to denote that that character belongs to you, because the characters themselves, as you start to acquire them, they don't have player color. So that's why the ships are there. They're there for noting which card belongs to which player, and also to limit the number of plays that you do, because you normally play 4 characters out of the 6 that are in your hand. So we'll keep doing this, placing all characters, and once everybody's placed their characters, we're going to start the resolution step, which is we're going to go board by board, resolving it, flipping all cards face up, if there is any, and resolving to see who wins the reward character for that zone. And then at that point, we'll have the chance to trigger some special abilities that your characters might have. Cool stuff like, killing off one of the characters that's there, or pulling in somebody else from another board, or teleporting your dude away to another board, which is going to be more useful. Or maybe changing the prize, the reward character, for a new one from the top of the deck, stuff like that. So, and those really add a high strategic value to the game. And normally you get to, as you're doing that, you get to as you're placing your characters before the resolution, you get to see which other cards are being placed face down by using the probes, which are those discs. If you can show a couple of probes. Those are the shields. Now the probes are the colored discs that have a sort of like a Imperial probe droid printed on them. Okay, here we go. These are the probes. Okay, every now and then you'll place a character on a space that has a probe symbol. That allows you to place one of these little discs. Now these discs can be placed in any space, including reward spaces of your board where you just placed that character, or an adjacent orthogonally board to the one that you just placed. And this allows you to look at the face-down card that's there. So this is a really neat way to control what other players are placing and get to see what they're going for once the resolution step comes around. So you can prepare stuff taking into account what they're doing. So this is a really cool thing. And you can even place these on a space where nothing is there yet. And then as soon as something is placed there by somebody, you can look at it secretly. So that's a really neat strategic element.
That's a way to keep people away. Yeah, it's a way to keep people away. I think what Lincoln might have missed was that he's basically taking random from the top of the stack that he's shuffling right there and putting them onto these locations. And if it's face down, if it has little eyeballs, then it's face down, right? And if there are no eyeballs, then you put it face up. And then basically what we're doing is area control for these different boards to try and claim that person at the end of the round. I have played the original, so it's really cool to see that, you know, you rethemed it and spruced it up a little bit. There's a lot of love in the chat for the artwork right now. So it looks really good.
It's also done by it's done by a Portuguese author that does comics. And he's awesome. It was great to work with him and to have his ideas implemented in the game. It was awesome. So this was really a labor of love, actually. We've been working on this a couple of years, since 2015 almost. So there's a lot of stuff that goes into this, a lot of stuff. And I haven't even mentioned a lot of the new stuff that's coming in this version of the game, because the board between rounds, you'll pick up your cards back into your hand. Then you'll have to discard back down to 6, which is an agonizing decision, but a really cool decision at the same time. Yeah. And then the board will change. And the board will change portions. It's not the whole board that's changed. A part of the board will remain the same, and the rightmost part will go away, and then a new part will be revealed on the left side. So there's a little bit of something that stays. And you can take that into account as you're thinking your discards. You're thinking, okay, but this part of the board is going to stay the same. So maybe I should keep one of these guys just in case. So there's a little bit of that as well. So, and the editor is telling me to shut up. So I'm going to pass to him. He's going to talk to you.
All right. Thank you for your time, Antonio.
Thank you so much. Lovely to see you. Okay, bye.